Hey guys, welcome to our channel, Glamour World. I started to drink more and more and more. Ben Affleck broke silence on crippling alcoholism, how addiction killed his grandma, destroyed his dad. We often end up forgetting that behind all the glamour, wealth, and fame, celebrities too, are just ordinary people like the rest of us. And just because they are successful and popular, doesn't mean they are exempt from their own struggles. Even with all their charm and stardom, there is always a veil separating the lives of celebrities, behind which lay plights of their own. Ben Affleck posing for the cameras. A couple of years ago, Ben Affleck had opened up about something similar and talked about the troubles he'd been facing in his own personal life. Ben Affleck addressed his struggle with alcoholism. The actor who played the fan-favorite character of Batman in various DC movies opened up about the difficulties and hindrances he'd been forced to face in his life. Ben Affleck briefly addressed the downward spiral he'd fallen into, wherein he'd also resorted to alcohol abuse. "I started to drink more and more and more," he said as he mentioned how tough it was for him to come to terms with the reality of his abuse. "It was really hard for me to accept that that meant I was an alcoholic." Ben Affleck opens up about battling alcoholism. "I was like, I can just go back. I was fine before," he remarked, referring to his denial about the situation. "I just need to slow down. I'm okay, you know. This isn't me." The Gone Girl star had started to drink pretty heavily through this phase, to the point where he would indulge in alcohol every day. "I come home from work and I start to drink and I just sit there and drink till I don't pass out on the couch." Ben Affleck's talked about the self-destructive streak in his family history. Amidst problems of alcohol abuse, the Deepwater star was also going through depressive episodes and uncertainties in his married life. Affleck also addressed his family history and the perpetual evidence of addiction amongst his close relatives. He recalled how his father's drinking every day had become normal for him. "That was just life," he stated. "And as that got worse, that was really, really painful. And I always said that I'm never gonna do that." Ben Affleck, the 50-year-old actor's grandmother, as well as his aunt, had also battled with addiction in their early lives. "I wish he had been sober during those formative years," Affleck said in reference to his father, "but what he's taught me is how important it is for me to be sober now, during these formative years for my kids." Even though his mother had been the greatest support during those times of hardship, it was still not easy for Affleck to deal with everything, considering his family had more or less fallen apart. Ben Affleck didn't want his children to pay for his mistakes. He also talked about his fears of letting his burdens fall upon his kids. "I really don't want my children to pay for my sins. Or to be afraid of me, which is one of the hard parts of being an alcoholic." Ben Affleck with his children, but after everything that took place, he finally got his wake-up call about becoming the father figure in the lives of his children that he really wanted to be. Ben Affleck's journey toward healing had been a rocky, and extremely complicated one, with his divorce, his rehab treatments, and his own demons that he had to fight. But if anything, he has proved that irrespective of how hard it is to break and get out of the generational cycle of trauma, it is never impossible. Thanks for watching this videos. Please subscribe our channel, Glamour World, for more update news. You can leave your opinion about the video in the comments.